Oh, I just got done with my morning. Well, not done. Come into the kitchen. I mean, I got coffee yet. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, honestly, I like having a white coffee pot. Because, we can always imply they think I'm racist, but I'm not. It's just because I make my coffee so dark sometimes it's hard to see. Well, from here, it's like, is the coffee pot full or not? I mean, obviously it's not. But you can see why the benefits of having a white coffee pot.
Morning.
Yeah, it's morning still.
It's 11:30.
Well, yes. The last time I recorded was 7:10. And I haven't even eaten since then either. Just been drinking water and coffee.
I'm playing WoW, which doesn't count as eating, I know.
I was playing WoW because I was bored as shit out of my mind. I had no idea what to do. That's what I was doing with WoW. I didn't need to run Firelands. I was even like, well, if I'm just gonna keep sitting here for the rest of the day, I might as well run Icecrown Citadel. Maybe if I take a couple pieces of gear off, it'll actually, be fun. Like my weapon. And I thought, no, I should probably get up and eat something. I'm like, but I don't really have anything here to eat per se. We do. I could always drink more coffee. That's a great food replacement. That saves money. So, that's what's been going on in my head. What?
And yet, when I ask if you want to try and figure out something for the weekend, it's always, no.
Because I'm terrified of you cooking. Like, literally, I can't get past the mind of you cooking because I'm going to have to do the dishes anyways. And it's just, I don't know. I have to go pee all of a sudden real bad. You chat.
Yes, I grabbed it with the wrong hand. So I've been tinkering with Laravel, the PHP framework thing. It makes sense, I guess. It's logical, which I would hope it is. But it's definitely a lot to take in to figure out how to do stuff. Because I've done this kind of stuff before manually. And it's very different when you have a framework to work from, which I guess is the idea. Having predefined everything is weird. It's, what was it called? Not made here syndrome. I tend to want to make my own things rather than use pre-made. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been surfing around on Laravel. I slept and just stayed in bed reading Reddit until 10?
Sorry, I was thinking about chestnut butter.
What time did I get up?
Oh, God, I don't remember.
10?
I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention when you got up. I just know it wasn't when I was, and it was before now and after me.
Yeah.
I try not to take account into actual time that you get up on weekdays, or I'm going to obsess about it.
That's fair. So, Jessica Jones is out, but we haven't watched it yet. I don't know if you even want to.
Well, every time it comes up, it's like, you want to watch? I'm like, we need to finish the 100 at least. It's like, it's one of those things. It's like, can we just, I understand that it's kind of Netflix-y by nature to find something and find 9 things and try to watch all of them roughly at the same time. But I'm like, it's going to be there. You can chill. Like I said, I don't even know what it's about. I've never heard. You told me about it like a week or so ago, or 2 weeks ago, and I was like, apparently Marvel's coming out with something, and you're like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is it? And you're like, I don't know. And I'm like, this is great. And now I'm starting to see actual commercials on television for it, and it's actually come out on Netflix, and it keeps wanting us to be like, hey, watch this. And I'm like, I need to watch other things. We don't have a schedule that allows us to watch Netflix every single night. We actually watch real television at times.
Yeah. And there's... Yeah. I need to do some research, figure out what it is. All I know is that she or her show has Luke Cage in it, who I don't know anything about.
And David Tennant.
Who I know a fair amount about, but I don't know his character. And I need to watch it soon because all of the David Tennant blogs and Marvel blogs that I follow on Tumblr are starting to post GIFs. But I also know that somehow...
That reminds me, we need peanut butter. Probably.
GIF, peanut butter, right?
Yes.
I'm starting to understand how his brain works.
Actually, it went for Jiffy. But yeah. Not Jif. Sorry, the ridiculous Linux fucks I keep saying. They're like, oh, it's a Jiffy. And I'm like, first of all, could you at least say Jif? There's no Y at the end of that fucking acronym.
There's another file type. GIFV. It interprets in your web browser as a movie, and you can actually use the movie slider navigation controls, play, pause, and the scrubber to figure out where to go.
The scrubber?
It's what I've heard it called. I don't know what it's called.
It's so useful to the world, but the fanboys of Linux piss me off so much. They may not even be involved in this, but I think of Linux fanboys and I'm like, I want to finish you!
So yeah, I'm not going to tell them about Giphy Cat, which I guess I just did. The first few times I saw URLs of giphycat.com, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was GFY cat, as in go your cat, and I didn't want to visit it. So I'm nerding out on web stuff. He's
hungry as fuck, so if you want to go by Freddy's and you can get some stuff.
Ranting and all that.
Yeah, I'm swapping between coffee and water.
Yeah, this is like you're going to inflate with liquid at this point.
I am just so hungry that I'm getting angry, and I'm drinking coffee, and I'm drinking water, and just... Like I said, Linux is so useful. I understand that it runs, like, probably 50% of the infrastructure.
Yeah, about.
But seriously, it's not a godsend. And these people need to, like, chill the fuck out, because you're starting to act like the super republic or the super conservatives. This is the political thing that I'm starting to do recently. I'm trying to get I don't want to call them idiots on Facebook, because they're not technically idiots, but they're droned in the fact that Republican means conservative. And I'm like, not necessarily. There are gay Republicans.
Yes.
Think that all Republicans are going to put a gun to your head and strip away every civil right you've ever had in your life. No, there are gay Republicans. You're talking uber conservative, super conservatives. Conservatives, Republicans, not the same thing. Not the same thing. And you need to, and people just don't want to get it because they want to hate more people. And then I'll see a post from the same person a couple posts later. We need to stop hating so much in the world. Love Muslims. Quit fucking hating the goddamn... Why don't post the don't hate Muslims thing? Because I hate them.
So that's how TJ can go from one subject to another without realizing he's doing it. We're gonna figure out food now.
Well, we're at the Blue Moon Diner, and I chose the wrong seat. Because it is... got no blinds. So, we're roasting.
But it's nice.
But at least the glass... Good, it is glass. Sometimes plexiglass, and it can... But this is full glass. The glass actually doesn't let through the dark, or the low UV. The low UVA.
Oh.
So yeah. I'm getting banana pancakes. And you're getting...
the Blue Moon Omelet.
Blue Moon Omelet. Cool.
Which is everything in an omelet.
Well, here. Where is it? Up here.
Breakfast side. At the top.
I'm on breakfast side.
3 egg omelets.
I see it. I'm just not getting a good focus on it.
I thought you were going to read it.
Well, it's right here. It's ham, bacon, sausage, mushroom, green pepper, onions, jack cheese, smothered country gravy.
You know, everything.
Yeah. So, and then...
Of course, coffee. And me too for once.
But anyways, took us a while to decide. I thought I remembered something out by Jesuit that I saw that was new, but I'm thinking that the missing hole in my brain that was like, we need to go here and try this, was not properly filled by all the places we've been recently.
Like Blaze.
Like Blaze, or maybe it is that Chinese joint.
Could be.
I don't know. I'll have to figure it out.
My eyes watering from the bright.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, this is a bad idea. I'm not sure.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
All right. So, I'm not sure if Aaron's actually recording anything. I kind of made a little joke earlier. We had a really deep conversation. I guess in a way, I'm trying to get him to have an existential crisis because the video I recorded yesterday kind of gave me retrospect. I almost said respect. Respect for myself. No. Yesterday's video didn't give me respect for myself. It showed me that it made me tell people and show that I have respect for myself. But Aaron in that way seems lost. I don't know what to do about it. He seems, the only thing he really wants, right? Like he honestly said if he had a genie with 3 wishes, his first wish would be financial stability for all the people he knows. Okay, and I realized that there are 2 existential questions. There's the present, meh, and the past existential question. Why? Why me? Why this? Why that? You try to find the path that happened, the things that caused the past, because you're trying to validate the past, that there's some thing that made it all happen. Because the past and the present don't have a lot of answers. Your existential crisis moves on to higher forms that you believe has better answers, but is unwilling to share them, or have told yourself that if the answers were to be shared with you, you would. That's why everything will be known once you die, and it almost, in a way, makes death seem preferable to life, which is very sad. I know I thought that at one point. And I'm serious. Like, there are things in that I learned in Catholic school that basically said, in the end, when you die, you will be gifted with the knowledge of God, because only then will you be able to understand it. Like, well, why can't I understand it now? Mortal brains are not equipped to handle that level of knowledge. It just, things didn't make sense. We can go on through this entire life of this vlog and explain more reasons as to why religion and Catholicism did not function well for me. But, and I said there was 2 questions. There's 2 existential questions. There's the past and the present, and there's the why. Why did the Civil War happen? Why am I homeless? Why am I going to die is technically a future, but that still involves the present. But typically the existential question that I have, and Aaron agreed with me on this one, is what then? And people can equally get lost in whys as they can what thens. You can look forward to your next thing and say, what then? What then? You know, I don't get sent home from the Monarchs. What then? Honestly, I had to decide right then and there. I had roughly decided what I wanted to do, but I actually had to make the decision. They didn't send me home. I was there, able to be there for 3 hours. What then? I go back. What then? I go back. What that? Well, I had to at practice. I had to buy gear at the time. So then I was financially invested. Whatever. And then we've got, I'm going to kneel so I can stretch out rather than having this half squat. And then the end of the year came. Well, I'm going to get on that team. I'm going to get a jersey next year. Well, what then? I'm going to give it my all. You did. Well, what then? You can see how this keeps going. And if you ask yourself, what then? You know, people say, well, you're being paranoid about the future. Well, no, I mean, there's paranoid and then there's like watching out for the future. And then, but it's like, and rather than living moment to moment, rather than having your what then happening right now, you plan a little bit ahead. The more motivated people have what thens stacked out. They have clausal what thens. Such as, right now, I get on the team. What then? Well, I give it my all. Well, it didn't seem like it was enough. I didn't get as much playtime as I thought. Well, what then? So I train harder. And I have been training harder. And I push harder. And right now I'm at the present. And I ask, well, what happens, say, if I start? And I'm like the crucial cornerback. What then? I'll pit, no quit. I go out there until my body can't anymore. All right. You get a lot of film. You get good film. You get interceptions. We'll do all this. We'll do the entire season happens, and I have good interceptions, a lot of tackles, and we get maybe to the second round of the playoffs. Maybe we can get to the last round, playoffs, but we lose. So we're second in the league. What then? I take my film, I take my stats, and I go to Euro players. Once that's all set and go, what then? You pay for the yearly membership, $89.99. What then? Then you search for teams that want defensive backs. And all the ones that you find then, you apply for. You message. And then you wait a couple weeks. You get a hit. And you just keep doing. What then? What then? You don't stop until... You just don't stop. Because sometimes they'll want a defensive back, sometimes they won't. I don't know. My what thens are things, and Aaron doesn't have any what thens. Because he's like, well, if only I was making $20 an hour, which is feasible here soon, but... And I asked him, what then? And he literally could not come up with an answer. In fact, he almost like started getting more tired and like shut down. Holy crap, that's 8 minutes. I've been in this hot tub a long time. Oh, you guys have gotten sexy thoughts. Hey. Anyways. So yeah, I'm out of the gym. And might have music here, hang on. So I came outside and well, it's not yet. Well, anyways. Didn't actually check what the phone said. Oh, I came outside and was like, oh, okay, where's blah, 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 and I just was like, blah. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm a little bit, I sneezed. There we are. I sneezed really hard. And I heard like 3 or 4 things hit the ground from my sneeze, and I checked to see if everything was in my pockets, and then I realized there's gonna be some frost. That's gonna freeze to the ground tonight. It's like 37 degrees and it's 10 o'clock at night, and we have clear skies. And it was 37 degrees when I got to the gym at 9 o'clock. I guarantee you it's colder. But so Aaron's been at home for like an hour because I got to the gym at 9, and as you guys saw, I did incline push-ups because, well, I didn't do incline push-ups. Those are incline chest press. And so what it is because of how I'm leaning over as a DB, as a corner, basically as a DB, is I'm not pushing straight out from me. My shoulders are leaned down. So what I gotta be working on is pressing this way, not straight out from my chest. So like I said, I'm working on it. I was trying to do that. I grabbed the 40s to start with. And that was, because that's useful. I grabbed the 40s and I was trying to burst them forward, burst them up as much as I could, and then bring them down slow, because that's what Willie says. Action fast, retract slow. Some people do a 3, all depending on the exercise. And then after that, I went and did leg squeezies, because I hadn't done those in a while. And then after that, I went to the other room and I did the incredible negative sit-ups, as I call them. Because regular sit-ups, you're like laying on the ground, you go up to a 90 degree. Whereas this one, I was leaning back. Like from the direction I was leaning back 135 degrees. And you can see that because how much the camera rotates. The camera rotates almost completely upside down because I wasn't holding it very well, but I was leaning back pretty far. And then did rows after that, obviously. 75 pounds, but I did it really effectively, so I really think I should be moving up to 80 pounds more often. Yeah, so I'm heading home, and something smells real good. I'll probably have chips at home. I have to have a protein shake. Talked with Max. Anyways, I'm gonna stop this here and drive. It's 1:30 in the morning. Morning. Didn't roll last night after I got home from the gym. So I'm making sure that everything gets nice and pressed out before I sit in my computer chair for the next 5 hours or however weekends go. I'm going to text Willie again, see what he's up to.
I can't hear you.
No, I'm talking to the camera because you can't see it. So, that's what's going on here in the morning. I already forgot what time. 8:17. I'm both at the same time. Well, it's the Sunday before Thanksgiving, so it is hella busy in here. And there's like no bananas on this shelf. It was like, I would have to say there's about 33% of the bananas they could stock on there.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So, I'm just, I don't know. And hummus is not cheap. Looks like
Original.
yeah, well, it's original cilantro lime. Looks like they've removed the.
Or sold all of it.
Like, I just. I don't know if I could ever get. I think gun to my head, if I had to eat one of them, I would choose the cranberry walnut over the pumpkin spice. We need to think of what to do for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I kind of teased Kathy that I was going to be doing something original, or at least creative and whatnot. So obviously we buy nothing pre-made, in a way.
Yeah.
We always take baklava. No, that would be weird.
Yeah.
That would definitely be creative. Would you buy baklava? We'll see what's happening here. We should probably at least get all of our required food and then figure out after that.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've decided to go by Great Harvest is over there. I turned around and was like, what? Where was it? It's that white little sign right there. It's kind of a local-ish bread company. I don't know. They bake all their stuff there. Also, I was a little shocked that there's a Figaro's right next to it. And I was like, I thought Figaro's went out of business. It was the original take and bake before I ever ran into Papa Aldo's.
Yeah.
You know, right?
And they do pizza bread slice.
I know, right? That was easy. It was a bit more expensive than we would have got at pretty much anything at Freddy's, but we'd never heard of this before. And if we've never heard of it before, and we like the taste of it, someone else is going to also.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we got the honey rolls from last year.
Yeah.
Or not last year.
A couple years ago. And this is...
Sorry. It's real. That gets really noisy on camera. So, these honey rolls, they're just honey wheat rolls. They're very, very, I mean...
They're dense. They're nice.
They're heavy. They don't even bounce much. Here we are. Bam.
Yeah.
And then the big loaf that we got
is stuffing bread, which is all the stuff you'd normally have in, like, stuffing.
Which is like onions,
celery, that stuff.
And she said chives?
Maybe.
They're not chives.
But baked into a wheat bread.
Yeah.
And we sampled it, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I put herb and garlic. That's probably what I'm tasting, is the herb and the garlic butter.
I don't need to shave. Yeah.
We usually do Sunday nights anyways. You shave right before bed.
Yeah.
So now we need to find a dessert.
We could just do, like... Since we got kind of non-traditional bread, we could do traditional dessert.
You want to get... I mean...
apple pie.
Cookie dough from Papa Murphy's. We have to go by there and get our food anyways for dinner. Yeah. We have bread, so I can get a peanut butter and honey sandwich. I wanted to get out and do a workout today, but it's already 3 o'clock and it's like 5, so... sorry, it's not. It's 3 o'clock and it's 48 degrees. I was thinking 50 degrees, that's why I said 5. So, and yeah, I know, I need to like suck it up and just deal with the cold. But technically, I just haven't been really feeling motivated this whole weekend. Everything's been very low-key and...
Yeah, and I'll take responsibility for some of that, because I had that day yesterday.
Oh, well, I explained that while I was at the hot tub. I went like 8 minutes of existentiality in the hot tub. So, we'll head to Papa Murphy's. We'll figure out something. It is 6:48. 6:48. It's halftime. Bengals, Cardinals. Aaron's cooked the pizza.
And I have managed to thoroughly mess up my web server. Fortunately, it's just the one on my computer, not the one I post from, but still.
Like mess it up, how?
It won't launch. It won't serve pages.
Okay.
It won't do any of the things it's supposed to.
So go in, rip out its coding.
That's what I've been trying to do, but all the pieces of it don't seem to exist according to Windows, and half of it doesn't have installers, and it's frustrating enough that I'm almost at the point of reinstalling Windows, just to make sure I get a clean start on it.
Okay. I guess if it's that drastic, how the hell did you screw it up?
Not sure.
Life of a coder, from what I understand.
Pretty much. Is set up a new virtual machine using VirtualBox, running Ubuntu, and just do it on there, so that if everything screws up, I can scrap it and start over.
Yeah, because it's that thing, whatever Ubuntu is.
Linux?
Oh, it's Linux? I didn't know that. I call Linux Linux. I don't call it by any other names.
Ubuntu is a flavor of Linux.
Ah. You should stand up.
Why?
Because you've been sitting for a long time.
When I stood up recently to get pizza.
I didn't see when you did that.
After you did the second time.
Well, because I only got 3 the first time, because I don't like to pile slabs of skin on top of slabs of skin, so...
You?
That's what I've heard some people call the Delight pizzas. Just flaps of skin, because they were so thin.
Doesn't make it any less you.
While I've been recording, Facebook's come across that I've gotten 2 comments on the same post, and I'm like, probably because I used the term organic and non-GMO arrogance.
I like it.
Huh?
I like it.
Yeah, I've already gotten 2 comments, and I can't necessarily tell, because I said it as I thought I was reading the guy's comment. The guy posted something.
Thought you were reading his comment?
As I thought, in the spirit, he was posting the thing. That he was making a joke, tongue-in-cheek, haha, you know you're in Portland when you get a text message, are you looking for a free-range, grass-fed, non-GMO, individually named and humanely killed turkey for Thanksgiving? And I'm like, yeah, that makes you in Portland, but the longer I live in Portland, which has been my entire life, the more irritated I get at the non-GMO organic people. I mean, I thought I about had it with grass-fed butter, which is a crock of crap. You can grass-feed all the cow you want, but butter is... It's like you're going to get more out of butter if you make it from, 2% versus 1% versus skim milk than you are going to whether or not the cow ate corn, mush, or grass. He dusted his pizza with the cheese snow.
Parmesan.
Cheese snow.
Fart cat.
Which one was that?
Skunk.
No, it's fart squirrel.
Fart squirrel.
Because they have puffy little tails like squirrels do, and they have the pointy little nose like squirrels do.
Okay.
They look more like a squirrel, even though they act in a weird way like cats. Aren't they part of the weasel family? Or in that... Right, I don't want to have to worry about finding your browser. So, Aaron's probably screwed up his virtual machine. No, not your virtual machine.
My actual machine.
Oh, your actual machine. I thought you said you were screwed up your server, not your computer.
My web server. Yes, I have a web server. I actually have 2 web servers running on my computer.
Well, yeah, but I didn't think that was involving your computer. Screwing up your computer. I mean, because you screwed up your web server, you can't play WoW?
No, I still can.
Well, then you didn't screw up your computer. You screwed up something on your computer.
Yes, that's fair.
Anyways, I'm going to listen to this halftime show because I don't know. I'm going to get probably a glass of milk and we'll see you guys maybe tomorrow morning unless something spontaneous happens that we need to talk about later tonight before bed. Morning. It's time for us to be leaving and Aaron's puttering around waiting for something or looking for that last little thing he needs. I usually leave the light on because
I heard you shuffle forward and didn't see you.
Take care of yourself sometimes.
I was trying not to run into you.
It is like 27 fucking degrees outside right now. Sorry. According to my AccuWeather, it is 27, but because of our 92% humidity, it feels like 28. Aaron has a 3-day week. Technically is a 4-day week, but
I'm working from home Friday.
yeah, which is kind of good because he's literally in the heart of downtown, and that's of downtown Portland, and he's like 2 or 3 blocks from a pretty decent mall, and there's a whole hell of a lot of other shopping around there. It's going to be kind of nuts because people are going to be shuffling around and getting on the Max, and even if they're getting on the Max to go to Lloyd Center even, you're just going to be jam-packed.
Yeah.
I mean, driving out here to Freddy's on a Friday, probably not going to be nearly as bad, especially in the afternoon because Black Friday day sales in the morning.
Yeah.
But the streets aren't going to be too terribly packed. But going anywhere near like Washington Square Mall or Lloyd Center or Clackamas Town Center or, yeah. Turn his head and cough. Literally watch you on camera. I'm like, well, at least he already knows about how to do that, even though we're not to the age where we need to have that happen. It should happen at all ages. You're right. Let's give teenagers prostate exams. I already had enough of an identity crisis to begin with. Let's get the JV quarterback going.
The air is causing my throat to itch more than anything.
Oh, okay. You've probably hit that allergy irritation. Because mine's relatively fine. Then again, I'm also throwing hot coffee down it every so often, so I'm not getting the sting of cold air.
Yeah, and I didn't take my allergy pill yesterday to try and reset my body because I was getting, like, allergy.
Fabrisk!
Oh, yeah.
Very no cloud. Very no cloud. Kathy messaged me in the middle of something, and I was doing weird windows with Duolingo and stuff, because I like to alt-tab for no reason. So if I'm on Duolingo and Facebook, and I alt-tab, I can't do anything, so I put them in 2 separate tabs. So I can alt-tab mindlessly. This isn't even that I want to. I want to continue the Duolingo lesson. But after I hit enter, I have this urge to alt-tab.
You should see him playing Star Trek sometime.
I'm in the middle of attacking something and I'll alt-tab and read one post on Facebook, come back. But it's a 12-second channel. What else am I supposed to do? I can't turn because it's a 45-degree targeting arc. I'd rather die.
And your targets never move.
I don't even say that sarcastically. You know that's true.
Your targets rarely move.
They move very slowly. I realize I don't need a tractor beam after a while.
Just because you kill their engines.
Yeah, again, it's doing this. I checked the video. It's not even on the video. It's completely in my screen. When I play the video, it works fine.
So weird.
If I play the video back on the phone, it's fine. It's only while it's recording. Whatever.
When you're playing the video back on the phone, are you skipping to it?
No, I've watched the whole thing just to see. Huh. Anyways, I need to warm up my hand anyways. It's just cold, yeah. So, While you're waiting for all your notifications to happen, email plus the app notifications that you spent a small amount of cash.
Yeah.
From your internet monies.
Okay, Google. Remind me when I get here again.
He's trying to be a little too specific with that.
No, I just took too long.
Well, that, you should like set a time for it, which would be 7:40 tomorrow?
No, today when I get home.
Oh, so 5 o'clock should give you either here or there.
Yeah.
Because if you're off at 4:30,
True.
you'll be on the route home, and that could remind you to do it. So 5:15 maybe? Whatever.
Remind me today at 5:15 p.m. to start recording on my way home.
What for?
So I can see if my phone also does the choppiness.
Oh. I have to record Trek Tuesday. I don't know what to record about other than the fact that shuttle weekend's almost over. Which is great, because I gained another 242 fleet marks this morning.
Nice. Yeah, I've got all of my other projects, so
Well, I know.
yeah.
It's better for you to grab like Iconian marks and Undine marks. Because Undine, it's like you can do, but it gets kind of a pain because you have to go do the battle zone, and Iconian marks is like, ugh. There's not, you can go do Kobali marks, you can go do the Kobali stuff, but that's like ground stuff. There's willing to do it, and then there's like, I don't really want to have to do it. Although I will say, if you do want to build something like Kobali, it's kind of crucial you do one of those that we did on the ground, because you will get one of the super mark things per day. Well, anything finals for the weekend?
Can't think of anything.
Okay. Mainly because my hand is fucking freezing right now.
Bye, everyone.